Hey there, Bombcats. This is a tutorial video for the BandLab assignment, What's in the Middle? This is our first assignment on our newest unit on harmony, so be sure to look out for ways to work on harmony in today's assignment. We will have a brief looking at harmony on Chrome Music Lab and BandLab in this video, so let's check out the must-do. Record a song with drums, melody, and bass. Then add a new inner part that harmonizes with either your melody or your bass. This harmony part should be nearly identical to the melody/bait part, except it uses different notes. Consider recording your harmony as parallel intervals. Here's the breakdown: 4 tracks. Track 1, drums. Track 2, melody. Track 3, bass. And track 4, harmony or parallel intervals. Check out the should do and aspire to do for our kind of go-getters out there looking for a challenge. Should do, you should have 2 harmony parts, one that harmonizes the bass and one that harmonizes your melody. Aspire to do, our most aspirational of songwriters will re-record their drum machine using instead a drum set from the instrument selection. Very big challenge. Go on and click on Start Assignment when you are ready and choose Teacher Assignment. We're going to go ahead and start out with all of those parts. First of all is going to be the drum machine part. I'm going to recommend that you do the 2-finger click anywhere on your A and B pattern to get those drum parts cleared out and you have a fresh place to work on. At this point, I'm going to recommend that you pause the video and you work on your drums. Alright, let's get back together. At this point, you should have your drum beats all finalized, and you should be ready to move on to the first actual instrument. You can open up the assignment brief to take a look at what track 2 is. Track 2 is the melody track. We're going to start off with kind of the top of the pyramid, so to say. So go to Add Track, choose Instrument, and make sure that you get an instrument that can play up in the kind of higher range. I'm going to choose the solo violin since it can get so high up here in octave 4 and 5. Even some of 6. I might actually start here and have this be what I record with. Maybe I'll start it off in 5. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and record my my violin part right now. Let me just get my tempo down to something nice. Here we go. I'm going to have that be my melody part. At this point, I'm going to recommend that you pause the video to work on your melody part. Alright, let's get moving back along here. We're going to continue with the assignment. We're going to add a bass track now. Go ahead and click on New Track, Add Instrument, and let's get that bass part going. Remember, your bass should be something that can record down in octave 1 or 2. I'm going to use the cello. I'm going to record something very simple, maybe moving along with my drum part, or maybe I'm going to have it be just kind of long, slow notes. That's usually a good place to start. Let's try it out. That was my bass part that I just recorded. I just used the same 5 notes as before, the pentatonic notes, the black keys on the keyboard. At this point, I'm going to recommend that you pause your video and work on your bass. Alright, let's get back together and finish this assignment off. We're going to work on the harmony part now. So this is how we're going to think about harmony. We're going to think about it as the part that's in between the bass and the melody. Check out this Chrome Music Lab demonstration I made. I have a drum beat going on down here, and then I have my bass part. All these red notes on the bottom are my bass part. And then up top I have my melody. That's all my melody up here. And we're going to talk about how to add a middle part, the part that's in the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our melody part have a shadow underneath of it that parallels it all along the way. I mean something like this, where you have your notes having an identical shadow underneath of it, following it wherever it goes. So let's go ahead and take a listen to my song without a harmony. Let's go ahead and add that harmony part in. I'm going to make sure that I have some notes that are 3 underneath every one of my Chrome dots here. And this is going to be my harmony part. It's the part that's in between my melody and my bass. Check it out. Makes my part sound a whole lot richer. We're going to do the same thing over here in BandLab, and what we're going to do, it's kind of tricky what we're going to do, is we have to kind of remember back to what notes we played in our melody. I know in my melody I started with this note, then I went up to this note, then I went up to this note, because I just used these same 5 notes. I'm going to do kind of the same idea, but I'm just going to have a different entry note. Instead of starting with this note, I think I'm going to start with like this note, or maybe I'll start with a lower note, this note. So I'm going to go ahead and add another instrument that's kind of just in between my bass and my melody part. I know that I recorded a violin up at octave 5 and a cello down at octave 3. I'm going to go ahead and add a viola this time, kind of here in the middle at octave 3 or 4. Yeah, maybe this 4. And I'm going to go ahead and just try to have it match my melody starting on a different place. Here we go. And there you have it. There are all 3 of my parts. At this point, I'm going to recommend that you pause the video and work out your harmony part.